Good evening. Sorry about that. Finishing off an M&M. Heather forced me to eat them. I didn't want to. So, yeah, I'll show you. I got M&Ms. That one hit the floor. Somebody will collect that for me. Yep. Oh, hold on. All right. Oh, my goodness. What should we be doing now? That's what we're going to talk about tonight. And we're talking about that, a few other things. I hope everybody's having had a good day. It is now Friday. So, it is here right now. It is 20 degrees. So, so listen. I don't know if you guys know this or not. This is when I was. It was there's a joke with M and M's, and this is kind of. I think we made it up ourselves. I'm not 100% sure, but we used to always joke around, and I would say, if you eat the green M and M's, right? The green M and M's, it's supposed to make you horny, right? So there was a standing joke when I was with uh, like my ex-wife. I used to say to her, I'd get like M and M's, and I would be like, "Hey, honey," and she'd be like, "Yeah," and I'd like hand her, I'd like separate them out and give her like a handful of the green ones. It was like our own private joke that, you know, that the green M and M's made you horny. So it was like, just a rolling joke that we had together. So just fun times, just weird stuff that like. So Heather handed me the M and M's, and we still joke. Heather and I do, I should say. Um, and I'll be like, "No, you can't have any of the green M and M's," So it's just a weird little thing that we do. Nice hot tea on a cold night. It is 20 degrees outside right now. I think we're going down to 9 tonight, I think is what they're saying. There's not really much of a wind right now, so that's a good thing. But yeah, one of those kind of days. My sleep schedule is a freaking mess. It is a mess. I had a buddy of mine used to say to me, he goes, "Well, you never see you." He goes, "You never see the sun come up," and I go, "Well, sure I do." Oh, that's funny. I'll show that one. That one's fine. Um, but so I was looking at that comment. Sorry, it was like a reviewed one, so I had to look at it and see. So anyway, before we get into this today, guys, I just want to remind everybody that we have a family-friendly oriented channel here. I would ask everybody to please be decent, please be kind, no racism, no nastiness. If you cannot abide by those simple, easy rules, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue are going to boot you out of here. So we're just not going to have it. So I'm asking you all to be decent, and we're going to go from there. All right. Any questions that you have, all cap locks for me, please. So I want to have this be. I like to try to make it interactive. I try to catch comments, and so if you have something that you want to share or you want me to, to say, uh, all cap locks, please. That just makes it makes it better. So Heather, yesterday, hold on, I got something in my tooth. This was like one of those days. Um, she said, "Oh, we got to do Chinese." So we went and did Chinese yesterday. When you have Chinese, you have leftover for the next day. So we finished off our Chinese tonight. So that was a good thing. So all right. Uh, so anyway, I was telling you really quickly, my sleep schedule is a mess. And a buddy of mine used to say to me, "Ed, you never see the sun come up because you always stay up so late." And I used to always say, "Well, yeah, I know I see the sun come up." I said, "Then I usually go right to sleep afterwards." So yesterday, 2 days ago, I was up to 7 in the morning, and then I went to sleep. And last night, I went to bed at 10:30 this morning. So I'm on this weird schedule. My brain is not real tightly wrapped at the moment. So, what is the solar system for the house? What are all left to do to be so? Oh, hold on a second. Let's see that comment. What they said. Um, what is the solar system for the house? That's all I have left to do to be self-sufficient. Solar system, it really depends on wants and needs, guys. My recommendation would be if you're going to do a solar system for your home, again, I would always encourage people to start out smaller and work their way up. But I would go if, like, when I'm starting in West Virginia, I will tell you right now, I'm putting in a 48 volt solar system. I'm not going with a 24. 48 volt is much more efficient. So that's what I would recommend for anybody. If you're going to do solar, go with the best from the very beginning. Get good components. Don't screw around. Don't go getting, cheapy crap, because you're going to end up going with like more expensive stuff later on anyway, and you're just going to end up throwing away money. So that's from experience. From experience, you might as well do it right the first time, and then you don't have to do it again. Is it snowing where we are? Yeah, we got. It's funny. I laughed. I was talking to one of my guys in the group in West Virginia, John, and he was telling me that they got like a foot of snow down there. And I said, we got like an inch. We got like an inch of snow here. Now, Buffalo ended up with like 18 inches. And yeah, my sleep is always broken. I don't sleep like a normal person anyway. I never have. So that's just the way my sleep schedule is. It's just a weird, what I'll overdo, and not go. I'll go on a lot of less sleep, and then I'll have a day where like I catch up and I'll sleep like 12 hours, which is not generally normal. So, but yeah, it just what are you gonna do? So, but anyway, yeah, with solar systems, do it right the first time. Don't screw around and don't go cheap. That would be the. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hmm? She's pushing on my leg with her nose, and I don't know what that's all about. Because she's a lunatic. That's why. She's a good girl. All right. So now since we've talked about nothing so far. Okay, what should we be doing now? This is what we got to talk about, and I think that this is kind of important because there are so many things that can be put into that. Prioritizing what's important. Where are you at? Where are you at with your preps and your preparedness and all those type of stuff? Now that I've shown a dog, I have to show a cat. Well, there's only one cat in here right now, and that would be Mr. Max, because Mr. Max is always with me. So, what is your current battery max size? Right now, I'm going with 24-volt system. I have 8 batteries for that system, and I run 2 houses off of that. So a lot of it, you know, dogs can smell cancer. You might want to check out your leg. That's not what that's about. But thank you for, going right to like the worst case thing. I've already had cancer, so I don't really hope to have it again anytime soon. Not my idea of a good time, I can tell you that. Uh, so anyway, prioritizing what's important, getting things squared away, I think that needs to be what you should be doing now. It depends on what level of preparedness you are. I mean, if you got a good start on food and water, you might want to start working on other things as well, while also continuing to add, more food and water down the road. Yeah, dogs have to be trained to identify. Yeah, I know, Randy Rose. I know. I was like, yeah, that was or Robin Romines. Why I got Randy Rhodes? Thinking of Ozzy. I don't know where that came from, but you know, I see Philip is in the house. Welcome, Philip. Any other Aussies in the chat yet? You know what you guys are dealing with down in Australia. I don't. I don't understand it. I really truly do not. You have a country of 25 million people. You've had what, 1,000 people die, supposedly. Let me just put that out there, from the virus, and you got like unbelievable draconian lockdowns that are being forced upon you guys. So very crazy, very crazy stuff. You know, we are okay. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that, man. Just be safe, be careful. Okay. Any news on which bills passed in New York? It's funny. My sister says to me today, "Oh, that one bill A416." She goes, "That didn't pass. They removed it." I said, "Beck, they didn't remove it. They put it in with another bill." She goes, "They did," and I said, "Yeah, they did." So I do believe it did pass. I don't know about the other ones yet, but Ed, I heard today that here in Canada there's talk about a mandatory, and that's a problem. That is a huge problem. I know that like Trudeau, I read a thing that he said from December 29th. Okay, and his statement was, he says, this percentage of people are right, and there's a percentage of people that just won't do it, which is going to be across the board, and wherever you are there's a certain percentage that are not going to do it, and that's a fact. I mean, that's, there's no mystery in that. And but his next statement that he said with it is, we have to decide what we're going to do with those people. I have a huge issue with that. A huge issue with that. um Unfortunately, at a history of cancer does make it a higher possibility of redevelopment later on. Oh yeah, Julie F. I know. I know. And it runs in my family. So I have a huge history in my family. In my family, we die of two things: we die of old age, and we die of cancer. So I am not going to manifest that and say, "Oh my God, I'm so worried about getting it again." Uh, I'm not going to think that way. I'm going to stay positive, and it's just, yeah, no. But anyway, going back to Canada, when you have, or if you want to go with Markham in France, he's talking about putting maximum amount of pressure on the people that won't, right? And I have a huge issue with this. Okay, not because I'm like, oh my God, I'm anti everything. The issue that I have with it is, who do these people think that they are? Who do they think that they are? That they're going to dictate to us what we're going to do and what we're not going to do, and they're going to continue to apply pressure and those type of things until we do what they want. I have, like I said, I have a huge problem with that. It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't, unless there is some type of agenda, and it's the only thing that I can come to the conclusion of, that there has to be some type of an agenda, because I've never ever seen something pushed so hard in my entire life. Now, I'm not telling you to, I'm not telling you not to. To me, a Chinese is coming up. It tastes delicious, by the way. To me, it's an individual choice. If you want to, do it. If you don't, then don't. But I will tell you this right now: the more that these a-holes that are supposedly in charge of our countries try to dictate to us what we can and cannot do, the more that people like myself, I'm going to dig my heels in that much more. That's just the way I am. Don't tell me what I'm going to do. Don't tell me what I have to do. Like our idiot president, when he says it's your patriotic duty. Really? Really? Okay. Um, you know, Sorry, not down, not playing that game. And like I said, I'm not trying to give out any kind of false information. I'm giving information exactly what these world leaders had said. So, that's that. It just it blows me away that supposedly a free country like Australia, like the United States, is going to go, oh, okay, I'll just do whatever you tell me to do. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just one of the crazy ones. I'm gonna, I will go down with the sink or the ship or sinking ship. That's kind of where I'm at. But see, first of all, I'm already on list, guys. I've been on list for a long, long time. Um, that I know. That I know. So, you know, I just I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to give in to what they say I have to do or don't have to do, be it on YouTube or not being on YouTube. That's just where I'm at. So, no, Ed, you're exactly where you need to be in the front lines. Well, the sad part to me, realistically, the sad part to me is that we as YouTubers, content creators out here, and not just myself, but like Pinball, Angry Prepper, those guys, if we say something that the powers that be don't like, they will give us a strike for, inciting insurrection, giving false information, giving false medical information, all those type of stuff. So we really have to be careful what we say, because I would tell you there is. I would like to come on here and say a lot of different things, to be honest with you, but I know I can't. I know I can't. So I have to be careful. I have another month to go before my strike comes off. And if I get a strike in that meantime, that's a 2 week time period off. And I don't want to do, obviously I want to do that. If they shut me down and shut me up, I can't come on here and share information and try to help people. So, that's not good. So, but like I said, I'm not going to tell you what to do or what you shouldn't do. You have to make a choice which is right for you. But I've never seen anything like what we are dealing with right now, of the push for something that they're trying to force us to do. So, no, I'm not on Rumble. I don't have any other platforms at the moment, and I know people have talked about going over there. Ed, I keep having problems getting on your website. I need to upgrade that as well. That I definitely, you know, yeah, it's just so that person. I'm going to let that comment go up. Yeah, let that go up. Thank you. Um, I don't believe that. Nobody's cutting anybody's head off. What is this fascination, folks? Okay, and I'm curious. I'm curious. This is a curiosity question. What is this fascination? Oh, they're getting all kinds of guillotines and they're going to be cutting people's heads off. What is your weird, twisted fascination with getting your head cut off? Why do people think um, that they want to have their head, that they're going to cut our heads off? I don't understand that. I really truly do not understand that. I don't know where that's coming from. Um, you know, well, this isn't 2,000 years ago, folks. This is 2021. They don't cut people's heads off anymore, unless you're like in a Muslim country and you've offended whoever you have offended over there. So that in our times here, in our countries, they're not cutting people's heads off. But if you would like to have your head cut off, please feel free to go ahead and volunteer to do that. Hey, Gigi, Ed, I want to thank you. You said get your bug out bags checked out in the car and check them. I was not prepared. The meds, food, and hand warmers expired. Um, I could hug and kiss you. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that statement. I'm glad. And that's it's a simple thing like that. To be honest with you, we all do it. We don't think about it. We've done whatever preparations that we did. We put it away, and okay, we're good. And you don't think about it. But that is definitely that is in denial. He will know soon enough. I can tell you right now, one way Nobody's cutting my head off. No one's cutting my head off. I don't think anybody's cutting your head off. Now, if you would like to volunteer one way and go to the front of the line for martyrdom, if you will, knock yourself out. I encourage you, go right ahead and you can be the sacrificial lamb because obviously you already have a plan and you know where you're going. So good for you. I just don't, I don't get it. I don't get that mindset. You want to think that way? Have at it. You know what I mean? Have at it. So, but yes, but Gigi, thank you again, and I'm glad that you were able to check and go from there. There is belief that the guillotines will be brought back and used for Christians, and I think that's ludicrous. I think that's a very antiquated way of thinking. So, like I said, if you want to think that that's what they're going to do, right ahead, go right ahead. I know I hit a trigger. I know. I don't understand. Like I said, I don't understand that thinking. Like, and I did mention this in another stream, guys, and I really truly I don't get it. Okay, I truly don't get it. Why are Christians, and I'm not saying all Christians, so please don't think that I'm lumping all Christians into one category. It's almost as though you guys cannot wait to be prosecuted or persecuted. I'm sorry, persecuted. I've read the Bible. It's a wonderful story. It's a wonderful book of stories. Wonderful book of stories. Moving on. I've read the Bible cover to cover. Probably I know the Bible more than most of you do, to be honest with you. So, yeah. All right. So just putting it out there. I've read it cover to cover. So, yeah, the Bible is a book of stories. Absolutely, it's a book of stories. So, anyway, moving on. Like I said, guys, you know what? I'm probably pissing people off, but I just obey it then. Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, you want to get into this discussion. Let's go. Let's go. If all you supposed so-called Christians out there, and I'm not saying all of you, okay, I'm not saying all of you. There is a verse in the Bible that says, "Judge not, lest ye be judged." And I have never in my life, especially in organized religion, let's be clear, not just belief in God and a higher power, having a relationship with God, which is great. Okay, I have nothing, I'm not going to tell anybody what they shouldn't do. But those of you that sit in judgment, obviously a bunch of you in here are sitting in judgment of me. Well, thank you first for that. I do appreciate that, right? Um, Judge not, lest you be judged. Let's think about that. Let's think about the 10 Commandments and how every day, okay, every day, people break a bunch of those 10 Commandments. What does it say about gluttony? Think about that, and sloth and all those type of things. That talks about that in the Bible, but I will tell you this, okay? I will tell you this. I see it every day. I see it every day, folks. So don't come in here and preach to me because I am the wrong one. Okay, I will tell you that right now. I am not the one. You don't even want to get in that discussion with me because you are not going to win that discussion. Again, I will always respect everybody's right to believe what they believe. I do, 100%. If you want to worship this bottle of water, if you think this is your God and you worship this bottle of water, knock yourself out. Have a great time at it. But don't tell me that I have to worship this bottle of water too, or I'm going to go to hell and I'm going to burn forever and all this other nonsense, okay? Not buying it. Sorry, okay? Not buying it. Sorry. Just not. I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this. And this is just some food for thought. And you can think whatever you want. You can think, oh, Ed is a terrible person because he doesn't believe and blah, 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 blah. And why am I watching? Well, hopefully you're watching because you want to learn something. But we're not going to, I'm not normally going to get into Bible discussion and all that type of stuff. Okay. But you guys want to go with this. And like I said, I don't understand the mindset of, oh, I can't wait for them to persecute me. I don't get it. Okay. I don't get it. And I worship water because it hydrates me. There you go, JJ. You know, those who live in glass houses should not cast stones. Okay. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. So for those of you that sit there all high and mighty and you use the Bible all the time, a lot of you got some twisted stuff in your closets that you don't want other people to know. And you know who I'm talking about. So when I'm talking about that, and if that hits a nerve, sorry, not okay. But I believe, I believe there should be the Ten Commandments are a fantastic guide. But how come, and I want you to think about this, how come World War II, we'll use World War II as an example. So you got the American Catholic boys over here, right? You have the German Catholic boys over here. And that Vatican, that is vastly rich beyond belief, is telling them, oh, well, you need to go do it for your country. You need to go and kill for your country. It's your patriotic duty to go and kill and maim and destroy other people's lives because that's what your country needs. And the German people are getting told the same exact thing, and the church is backing it up because the church don't lose no matter what. They're not going to lose no matter what because their coffers are full. They're full. Are they helping the poor? Are they helping all the poor Mexicans and everybody in South America who needs a whole bunch of help? Nope. Okay. So don't even, like I said, don't even get me started. One more point I want to make. All of you that are doing your tithe, giving your 10% to the church all the time, God don't need your money. If there is a big guy in the sky watching down on everybody, okay, he don't need your money. So why are you giving it to a church? Why are you listening to somebody? You can have a relationship with God in any way that you want to, but you don't need to have some man in a dress telling you what you should and what you should not do. I'm going to tell you what organized religion is all about very quickly, okay? And then we're going to get off the subject because I'm probably, like I said, I'm pissing people off. I know Heather's looking at me like, Dad, you're going on a tirade, but that's okay. Organized religion is about three things, folks: power, control, and money. Period. That's it. They want to tell you what to do, what you cannot do, control you, and tell you if you do this, this is bad, until they decide that that is something that you need to do. Then it's okay, like going to war and killing your fellow human beings. That's okay because they're different and they're bad and we're good, right? And it's about money. At the end of the day, it's all about money. So there you go. So all of you on your high horses sitting in judgment, I judge none of you. I don't, and I never will, because guess what? Whatever relation you have with your creator is yours. And I respect that, and I hope it gives you peace, but that's where I am with that. So, you know, we should be taking care of each other. We should be working to work together, regardless of who we are. So, you know, and Heather's coming in to break it up and be like, Dad, shut up, shut up. I'll probably have a big drop in subscribers, but that's okay. I am always going to be who I'm going to be. I'm not going to change who I'm going to be. You know, and that's the funny thing. The ones that will unsubscribe, that sit in judgment, that's what kills me. Because if you're supposed to be so Christian and so holy, and you're supposed to have empathy for people like me, the ignorant, you know, non-believer, but no, you don't. You sit in judgment and you think, oh, well, he's going to hell, and the heck with him. I'm not going to listen to him. So there you are.
Teach
So
Cat to calm down a little bit.
oh, they got me fired up, Heather.
Here.
Miss Stella.
I just want to go.
Yeah, I know. I need you to calm me down. She's like being a goof. She's such a goof. All right. Sorry. They fired me up, folks. I'm sorry. They fired me up. I don't. It's just, I'm sorry. Whatever. That's where we're at.
Well, my 2 cents on this is that if you want to help someone, directly help them. You don't need to be going through somebody else to help someone like that, supposedly. So if you want to help the homeless, then go buy them a meal and do something. Don't go to the church that's going to be like, well, they'll help them, supposedly.
What are you doing?
Oh,
There
and
she
she's
goes.
gone.
Yeah, I was waiting for that to happen. Yeah. You know what? It doesn't. When you help people, you don't need to put it out there and be like, look what I did. Look what I did. Aren't I wonderful? It's just like that person that came on the channel, North Shore Preparedness. Everybody knows he's been in needing of help. And I would say again, if you are on here, okay, if you're on here and you're a Christian, you're supposed to be helping people. Help North Shore Preparedness. He needs some help. He really does. He's in dire straits. You can go to his channel. He has a PayPal button which you can donate through that to help him out. But here's an example of something. Uh, I had somebody came on here and said, "Well, Pinball, gave North Shore Preparedness $200. How much did you give him?" Now, I made a donation, but it's because I wanted to. I didn't make a donation to come on here and beat my chest and say, "Look what I did for North Shore Preparedness." That's not what it's about. That's never should be about that. Never. You should help people because you want to help people, not because of what it's going to do for you or what your status. Oh, look at this. Look what I did. Look what I did. That's not what it's about, folks. I'll tell you right now, if I won, like, well, somebody already won the Powerball, so, but if I won a huge amount of money like that, I would help a lot of people and I would do it anonymously. They would never know where that money came from. Never. Because that's not what it's about. If you're helping because you want recognition or fame or stuff like that, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And that's just my take on it. Um, I don't know if Pinball gave him that much money. I don't know. But again, to each their own. I came home and crashed my lazy boy chair and just woke up at 6 eggs.
Thick neck came out of her slumber.
6 eggs and Thick Neck came out of her slumber. Well, we will see later. We will be getting on that. And again, guys, I'm sorry that if I went on a rant here, I do apologize.
I'm gonna excuse myself since you're in the talky mood.
All right. Thank you for stopping by.
Yes.
Oh, she came in and the look I got was like, Dad, please, Dad, shut up. But I'm sorry. I'm only going to be me. I'm always going to be me. If there's a judgment, folks, which there may be, there may not be. All of you may say that you know, but you don't know. You hope, you believe, and that's fine. Um, if there's a judgment, I think I should be judged on my actions, not because I had religion or didn't have religion. And that's all. That's kind of my take on it. And realistically, I know that everybody say, well, my religion's the right religion, my religion's the true religion. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So, hey, rant all you want, Ed. It's fun to see you talk about what you believe in. Well, I get realistically, I'll be honest with you, I get so sick and tired of the judgment. With when it comes to that, I cannot stand the judgment. I can't stand it. Why can't we, with no strings attached? I know it's a weird concept. It's a weird concept. Why can't we, with no strings attached, treat each other kindly, with no ulterior motive? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you an example of something. We have the Red Kettle campaign goes on every year. Okay, up here in New York, to help the Salvation Army. I have never given 1 cent to the Salvation Army. And the reason that I never gave 1 cent to the Salvation Army is they will help you, but they're going to jam religion down your throat to do it. And that's the wrong reason that you're helping somebody. If somebody wants to have a relationship with God and they want to get that help and do that, great. But you shouldn't be helping with strings attached. That's my point. Okay. Hey Troy, thank you. You just renewed his membership. Well, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. He's a big beginner prepper. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that, man. That's very kind of you to renew your membership. But oh my God, I'm sorry. Like I said, I just it's one thing you're not going to win. Yeah, they won't help gay people. John Arthur Lawrence said. And again, there's another that's wrong too. That's wrong too. I'm going to tell you what, if you read the Bible, if you've actually read the Bible, you will see that Christ associated with prostitutes and all those people, because guess what? They're all human beings. And we're not better than them. We've gone a different path. That's it. That's all the difference. If we go by a couple of golden rules, that we would be so much, much better off. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's probably the biggest one that I can think of, and like I said, I don't hate anyone. I don't, because I don't want to waste my time or energy hating anybody. And that's just kind of where I'm at, so that's just me. Like I said, I'm not going to change. I had one subscriber. I'll give you an example, and he had like a big Christian name for his, because of course he has to identify himself, right? Which is fine if that's what you feel like you need to do. Knock yourself out. And obviously, my base of subscribers are going to be Christians. I mean, that's realistically, most people that are into prepping, a lot of them are Christians. And so this guy said to me in a comment, he said, "Oh, you don't believe? Well, that changes things." And I never heard from him again. And again, so there's that automatic judgment. Automatic judgment. Why can't I be a good person? Why can't I be a decent human being, but not have religion? Why does that? Why do I have to have religion? Why do I have to, have something that you believe that I have to believe exactly what you believe? I don't. I'm a free thinker. Sorry. I think for myself. I always have and I always will. And I will actually tell you something very, very funny. A buddy of mine just said to me recently, "Dude, you got to do another purge again. You kind of have to go off again." And that was not my intention in this video to go off or stream. It was not. I'm just putting that out there right now. And what should we be doing right now? That's what the stream title says. Well, I was talking about that a little bit, and then somebody got me distracted. But you know, he says, every once in a while you have to have that purge where you get rid of the fanatics. Um, you know, yeah, George Carlin had it right about religion. George Carlin had it right about a lot of things, folks. George Carlin had it right about a lot of things. You know, who are we, any of us, realistically, to sit in judgment of others? Valhalla for me, Wolves 55. I'm going to Valhalla. That's how I'm going out. So, you know, that's what I believe. But that's okay. It gives me peace. But like I said, whatever gives you peace, guys, I'm absolutely extremely happy for you. I really am. I really am. And like I said, love and respect each other. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, that's what it should be about. So, but unfortunately, if you don't believe what I believe, this is the way we are in our society. If you don't believe what I believe, I'm going to kill you. Think about that. Think about it. So, like I said, I don't need somebody to tell me how I need to live my life. I don't need a man in a dress to tell me up there what I should and should not be doing. I have a brain of my own. I know what's right. I know what's wrong. And so there we go. So, but Pet Prep Radio Show. I'm grown up and I respect you 100%. And I appreciate that. Like I said, you know what? Nobody could ever, ever, ever come onto my channel and say, I don't know where Ed stands on this issue. I don't know where Ed stands on that issue, because I'm always going to be straight up and I'm going to tell you just like it is. So anyway, so what are we at? 642 in the chat. We're at 321 on the thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, guys, I would appreciate if you would do that. And thank you very much ahead of time for that. I do appreciate it. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel. I think Heather heard me going off, and that's why she came in like, calm down, calm down. I get up on my soapbox, though, and sometimes it's just like, it's just, but anyway, my religion is Mickey Mantle. Oh my, I had a buddy of mine. He told me, he said, when Mickey Mantle died, he goes, I cried because he had grown up watching Mickey Mantle. So that's actually kind of funny that you say that. Just be kind to each other. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that? I just respect each other, agree to disagree. Foreign concepts in today's society. So anyway, let's get back on topic. Yes, and let's go, Brandon. Tony Blackmoon. Yes, sir. Let's go, Brandon. Oh my God. Beware, soapboxes can be slippery. Well, like I said, you know what? I don't sit up here, and I will be honest with you. I don't sit up here and say I have all the answers and I know the way it needs to go. But I do know a couple things about respect. I know things about treating people with kindness, and I know a thing or two about not judging people. And we all do it. We all do it. So, you know, yeah, we'll be doing the egg count here shortly with the ladies, Frank. It's got about 5 more minutes on that. But what should you be doing right now? You should be getting your houses in order, being as ready as you possibly can be, continuing to pay attention to what is going on in our world and our society. They are trying to keep us down. They're trying to keep us divided. They're trying to keep us fighting amongst each other. That's a big part of it. And you can't feed into that hysteria, you know? That's the whole thing. You can't let them feed into that hysteria. And I even when I talk about that, I talk about that in when at the end of my streams when I talk about the four things that they use to divide us. Religion's one of them. Okay, religion is a huge one. So, what's the temperature in the greenhouse? Whether the greenhouse is still cold. I wouldn't be able to grow anything this time of year in there. We're just not getting enough sunshine. It's way too overcast this time of year. So yeah, you know what? I saw that. What do I think about Kamala Harris saying that January 6th was like Pearl Harbor and 9/11? I think she's out of her freaking mind. Not even close to a comparison. That's just my opinion. These people are nuts. They're nuts. There is if those protesters that were down there truly wanted to take over that, it would have been done, and there's nothing that anybody would have done about it. So that's just it, we have clowns. Clowns are in charge. Um, Democratic clowns, Republican clowns. It's all a big show and charade. They are not the ones in power, folks. They're not the ones in control. You may think that they are. You may think that they are. But the real people that are in control is big business, big pharma, right? What's the push all about? Is it they're really concerned about you and they care so much about you, right? Oh yeah, of course they do. Of course they do. Or or could it be? And again, these are questions. So all they are is just questions. Or could it be about the almighty dollar? Could that be it? You think maybe a little bit, maybe just they're making billions off of this, but it's free. Remember, our government's telling us it's free, it's free, it's free. Nothing is free. Somebody's paying for it. Our tax dollars are paying for it. So you're still paying for it. Okay. Um, Richard Ruckman says, I believe in religion, but don't push it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Again, that's called respect. Respect. Okay. But big business, big pharma, the banks control a whole lot of things, folks. Whole lot of things. Power companies, right? Insurance companies. I mean, love your ranting tonight. Well, thank you, Angry Homesteader. Yeah, I just, once in a while I gotta just let loose, and it just ended up being tonight. And I do, I say it like it is. I just say it like it is. But that's who controls this country. It's not the government, because politicians come in and they go. They come in and they go. But these big companies, they ain't going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. So again, if we could ever come together and work together and stop with the manipulation, stop with the manipulation, stop letting them tell you how to think, stop letting them tell you that was a cat quake, what to do, what to think, who is your enemy. That's what they're telling you. I can honestly say the people over in China, I got nothing against those people. Nothing. Nothing. I have nothing against the people in Russia. I don't got nothing against. I don't even know anybody. I don't even know any of them. So how could I hate them? Do you kind of see? But the big divide is, we need these are the bad guys, and these are this and these are that. Um, it's all a manipulation. It is all a manipulation. And then if you don't play ball and you don't go by the rules, if you don't think you're controlled on a daily basis, stop paying your taxes. Stop registering your car. Stop renewing your license. You know, open carry no matter where you are. See how long that'll last before the authority figures come and give you a little thumping on the head. All right? Think about it, you know. Dr. Pepper says, is religion welcome at the new property in West Virginia? If you have not listened to a thing I said today, Dr. Pepper, if you have not listened to a thing I said today, I am absolutely open to people. I have people already that are in my group that are religious, and I'm okay with that. Just because I'm not doesn't mean there'll be none of that here. Who am I? Who am I to say that? You believe whatever you want to believe. Yeah, all roads lead to the Vatican. Oh, yeah. Yep. The Vatican Bank. There's big money there. Okay. Like I said, I have no problem with anybody believing whatever they want to believe. If I have people in my group down there that every Sunday they run off and they go to church, good for them. If that gives them peace, then I'm happy for them. So what are you not understanding about that, you know? But it's all about control at the end of the day, and it comes down to at some point, all of us need to say enough is enough is enough. And where are you going to make your stand and what are you going to do? If they let's put it like this, if they started rounding people up, okay? If they start rounding people up, what are you going to do? You going to fight or are you just going to get on the bus? That's why you need to think. That's why you need to be ready. And, you know, if you make it easy and everybody's getting on the bus, they'll just keep doing it. But if you get people start fighting back, boy, it's going to make them think. It's going to make them think. So, something to think about, just sharing thoughts. But anyway, um, let's do the egg count, guys. Man, I got fired up. Holy crap. You guys did it to me. Uh, that is too funny. All right. So again, before we, hey, Asa, beware of the polar vortex around January 20 through the 22nd. Uh, hold on. Let me go back to the rest of that. In the south. Okay. All right. So, all right. Uh, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please shoot a thumbs up, and I appreciate you doing that. And you're gonna have a headache, and I'm gonna need a beer. Yeah, right. Probably. Uh, so if like I said, if you have not shot that thumbs up yet, please do so to show support, and I appreciate that and thank you ahead of time. Again, it really does help with the algorithms. So the more interaction that we have, you know, it makes it better for the, you know, puts us up higher up in the ranking. So thank you very much for that. All right. And once again, I judge no one. I take you on an individual, well, everybody judges somebody. I shouldn't say that, but I take people on an individual by individual basis. I'm just putting that out there, regardless of your beliefs. So, all right, if you had the same guess as Purple Hemi with 3 eggs today, that's what we had. And I'll be honest with you, I am surprised we had that many. It was nothing but cold today. I kept the chickens locked up today. I didn't even let them out because it was just that cold. And so, no egg from Thick Neck. No, not in this kind of weather. That is not going to happen. She's like, no, I don't think so. Yes, egg count, Mary Adams, is for real eggs. We do the egg count in the live streams just to say how many eggs we got from the chickens, you know, on any given day. You know, I ate one too many M&Ms. Yeah, right. Uh, did you say any prayers when you had cancer? No, I did not. Great Cruz, I did not. Why would I? Would I'm going to have an epiphany because I have something wrong with me, and all of a sudden, you know, I'm going to embrace it? And oh my God, no. Now I will tell you this. I will tell you this. I had a lot of people on my channel that at the time said that they were going to pray for me, and I respected that and I appreciated that because that's what they believed that would help. Okay, and so I absolutely respected that, and I thought, thank you very. I did. I thanked everybody. I really truly appreciated it because they believe, and so that's what they wanted to do. But because I'm a non-believer, all of a sudden I'm going to pray. Why would I? Does that make any kind of sense? So, you know, yeah. Please don't get Ed riled up again. No, I'm good now. I got it out of my system. I get really really tired. I get really really tired of it. I do. So anyway, I'm good, guys. I'm sorry. We'll always pray for you, and I appreciate. You know what? And I do appreciate that. I really do. Because you know why I'm going to tell you why I appreciate it. The people that have prayed for me because when I had cancer, and the people that are praying for me now, I realize that it's genuine and it comes from your heart, and I do appreciate that. So you do it with good intentions, and like I said, I respect that, and I do appreciate that. So dumpster fire trolls, yeah. Well, there's always going to be. So the egg count was 3. The egg count was 3. So, but you know what? Like I said, we're all have our passionate things that we believe in. All of us do. Everybody does. And I am never going to sit up here, and I'm going to tell you this from my heart. I'm never going to come up here and say, you're wrong and you're a fool because you believe this, that, or the other thing. Because who am I? Who am I? Okay. So all I ever ask for is the same respect back. So, yeah, you're the angry prepper tonight. Well, at least I didn't go on a tirade like he does. I was watching his one video, guys, and, and he says, he said, if you don't like my channel, he says, suck a D. He goes and unsubscribe. I laughed. I will be honest with you, but that's Jason. Jason just says it like it is. And again, that's just, yeah. But no, I don't do the F bombs. I try to keep it, like I said, I try to keep it family friendly. I try to keep this enjoyable for everybody. But I love Jason. I think Jason is awesome. And I've been on his stream. So, he's in New York City. What do you expect, right? I'll tell you what, if I was in New York City, I'd probably be pissed off all the time, too. I couldn't even imagine. I've lived in Rochester, New York, guys. I've lived in the city of Rochester. And, when you see day by day by day all that negativity, and all that frustration and anger and hate and bitterness and whatever the case may be, but yet people do nothing to change it. To me, to me, that's a definition of insanity. Continuing to do the same thing and expect different results, that's a definition of insanity. So, is my bike staying warm? Yep, my bike is put away. She is ready for the spring. So, can't wait. Cannot wait. So, yeah. Yeah, sometimes angry is a little too honest. Yeah, he is. I mean, but I understand his frustration. Being a YouTuber, and as your channel grows, you deal with such a tremendous amount of hate. You really, really do. The people that come and go, a lot of it is because they can't deal with the hate. Um, and I will tell you, I can be an a-hole. I can. I think everybody can be, but those little small-minded people are not going to get me off of here because they think that they say something or whatever. That's never going to happen. Scott Neff, don't be sorry you spoke your mind. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, and thank you very much for the donation. Like I said, when I talk to you guys about anything, I speak from my heart. I'm always speaking from my heart. I am going to be honest to a fault. Always have been, always will be. That is not going to change. So I can't stand when people think that they can, judge you because of choices that you've made in your life, and those type of things. Are we meeting in New York or West Virginia? Okay, so here's the deal with the prepper get together this year. It's going to definitely be in July still. If I sell my property here in New York and say it sells obviously before July, and I am completely out of here, I will be doing the get together down in West Virginia. Now, if I don't sell the property and I still have the property here come, say, July, then it is, we will do it here. But yeah, it's July 15th through the 18th. Yep. So not sure what's going to happen with that yet. Obviously, I'll keep you guys abreast of that. I do plan on putting my home here in New York on the market in March. That's my game plan. And we'll see if it sells. And if it sells, then great. And otherwise, then can go to us no video. Can't go to us no video. I don't know what you mean. I have no idea what you're talking about. How did the vote in New York? Yeah, okay, so that again, the A416, they made it look like they removed it, but what they did is they lumped it into something else, and I think it was passed. So that, and I got to look at the others that they were trying to implement. I was looking today and I couldn't tell, but I will do more research on that. And if anybody else has the information and links of if those bills passed or not, let me know. But for those of you to think that they removed Bill A416, they didn't. They lumped it in with something else. So it's going to be in play. So just and those are other reasons. There's so many reasons to get out of this state. I can't even. Let's put it like this: when you compare lists, pros and cons, there's way more cons for staying in New York than getting out of here. And you know, they're trying to pass some quite draconian laws. Bill A46 was okay. What that bill was they were saying that the governor could decide if they believed that you were a medical threat, that you could be locked up indefinitely without due process for as long as they wanted to, because you were not complying with whatever. So, that's how far is Virginia from Baltimore? Well, I'm not sure how far Virginia from Baltimore is, but I'm going to be in West Virginia. So I don't know why you're going to Virginia. But yeah, it's a control mechanism, okay? And I want you to think about this. Let's say um, that a month from now they have that in place and they've put in whatever draconian measures that they had, and you don't agree with them and you're not going to do them. They can grab you, they can lock you up, and why? So I want you to think about this. When would they let you go? When would they let you go? Let's think about that for a second. When you complied and did what you were told, that's when they would let you go. Otherwise, they will keep you for as long as they want. So again, um, what would they do if you still had your wood stove? Will you get a fine? That is not going to happen, guys. The whole thing, I looked into that, and that's what when Pinball came out with that state, talking about that they're going to be banning by October wood stoves and stuff like that. He didn't get the right information, and I'm not being disparaging to Pinball in any way whatsoever. He just didn't get all the information. That is not going to happen. They are not outlaw or banning wood stoves in New York by October. It's not happening. Okay, so just putting that out there. Just so you guys know, that is not happening. There's no way, with the number of people in New York that heat with wood, especially in the wintertime when, our weather can get pretty hairy and, the power can be out for weeks at a time. That's not a realistic expectation. It's just not. I know that the newer wood stoves have to be a certain efficiency to be even able to sell them. Okay. So yeah, so they're not banning wood stoves come October. It's not happening. So just putting that out there. There, like I said again, there is tens of thousands, probably more than 100,000, if I had to guess. Once you get away from the cities in suburbia, and even in suburbia, people have wood stoves. But once you get out of those areas, you're going to have a lot more people are going to be burning with wood. It's just a choice that we've all made. So it's just the insanity just doesn't stop. It really just doesn't, and it's not going to anytime soon. I can tell you that. But people have been burning wood for thousands of years. Pinball put out a correction afterwards. Okay, well there you go. Okay, thank you, Linda. I appreciate you saying it because I didn't know. And like I said, I'm not going to come on here. I like pinball. I have no issues with pinball. Okay, I would never come on here and say he's a liar. He gave you false information. He gave the information that he had at the time, and he put it out there. And you said he did a retraction, and that's okay. You know, we are all human beings. We all make mistakes. Like I said, and that's what when I was saying when people were asking me, I live in New York. Okay, so pinball's down in Tennessee, which is great, no problem. But if there had been something like that out on the pipe that was coming up for sure, that it was absolutely going to happen, people in New York would be losing their minds. So that's where I'm at with that. So that's where I'm at with that. And like I said, it's like and then of course then I had people come in and be like, well, no, pinball said this, and I'm like, well, he's wrong, So, um, but no, like I said, he's a good dude. I like pinball. A lot of great information he's putting out there. And again, just like me, if I say something wrong, guys, I will be the first one to come on here and say I made a mistake. Pinball's height is actually 8'2" from my point of view. He's a big dude. He's got to be. I think he's like 6'8". Yeah, he's a big dude. I was like, when I first met, I had, you always see him. You see me sitting down, or you see me walking around, so you only see my upper body and stuff. Or if I'm going to work and you see me around with, Heather and Becky or whatever. But he, you know, when I was like, holy crap, this dude's enormous. Yeah, he's 6'8", so he's a big dude, but really, really just down to earth, just a really, really nice guy. So, but yeah, it's pretty funny. The environmental law started with banning plastic bags in 2021. The foam containers are in 2022. Yeah, yeah. First, and this is what kills me. Do you guys remember? And I want you to think about this. Why did they go from paper bags to plastic bags in the first place? Why did he do that? Okay. The reason that they did that because they were saving the trees. We're saving the trees. We're saving all the trees. So they went to plastic. Well, all of a sudden, oh no, plastic is bad. But here's what I want you to think about. This is what I think is hilarious. So they banned plastic bags in New York now. So now we're back to paper bags, but they're not giving you the paper bags for free. If you want a paper bag, you have to pay a nickel a bag for it, right? So they're getting you no matter what. But or you can get the carry things that you buy that put your groceries in. If you remember to bring them in the store, which I never remember to bring them in the store, so I always end up getting more paper bags. Every single thing that you purchase generally in a store, what does it come in? What does it come in? It comes in plastic. Your gallon of milk, plastic jug. Different containers, it's all plastic. So what are you saving? Unless you banned plastic like altogether and said we're never using plastic again, craziness. It's crazy. It's just another game. It's another. So now it's okay to kill all the trees again. You know what I mean? Just well, now it's okay. We'll go ahead and kill the trees, but we're going to charge you a nickel a piece for the bags. Just nuts. Just absolutely nuts. Ah, now, like I said, now it's styrofoam this year. So starting this year, if you go and you're getting takeout, and forever and a day it's been in styrofoam. Oh nope, that's now a no go in New York. No more of a no go in New York. So unreal. Just the whole thing. None of it makes sense. If you try to figure these people out, you're gonna just might as well bash your head right against a wall. Uh, you know. So anyway, all right, our time is just like freaking just going very. I know we like steadied out. I think I lost a lot. I bet you I lost. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do real quick, just for fun. Hold on one second. I'm going to look at something. All right. I only lost 13 subscribers. I thought it would have been more. But see, you know, that's, I just had to check just out of curiosity. But what do I use for in New York for takeout? My shirt. Yeah, I don't even know what they're going to do now. To be honest with you, I have no idea what they're going to do. But you know, it's you know, a lot of you guys have been with me for a long time, so you know who I am. You know how I am. You know, you guys know that I speak from the heart. Newer people are going to be offended because you know of whatever they're offended about, which is fine. My thing is, I would rather have those weak-minded people, and that's exactly what they are in my opinion. And that's my opinion. That can't deal with somebody having a conflicting view to what they believe. It 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 it, it upsets their delicate sensibilities, right? I'd rather have them not be on this channel anyway. So that's just, you know, like I said, I'm always going to shoot from the hip. I'm always going to be honest to a fault. I'm going to tell you like it is. And like I said, you don't have to always agree with me, and that's fine. I'm not asking you to always agree with me. I would rather have you, in an adult manner, debate me. I got no problem with that. I don't, you know. But weak-minded people can't handle that. They just can't. So they got to go run and hide. Maybe they ran and hide behind mommy's skirt string, and that's where they'll be safe. Let's see how those folks do when things go to total crap. That's what I'm always curious about. Ed, my daughter keeps saying he talks like you. Haha. That's good. That's good. Like I said, I don't know any other way to be. I really don't. You know. And again, you know what? For those of you that are super religious and you stick around, I appreciate you. I respect you because you're able to, you know, look at the bigger picture, if you will. And that's what it's, you know, that's what it's about. Yeah, 98,000 sub. STD is on the way. Yep, less than 2,000 more subscribers, and we will be there. So exactly, iron sharpens iron. Well, like I said, I always love a good debate. Love a good debate. Doesn't mean I'm going to change my view because I'm not. My daughter and I, we have different things that we don't agree on. So you know what we do? We agree to disagree. We don't talk about certain things because she thinks one way on a topic and I think another way. And so, you know, that's a mutual respect. Because you know what the weird part is? You know, she's an adult now and I have to respect her beliefs of what she believes. And I do. I don't always agree with them, you know, but that's okay. Doesn't make her right, doesn't make me wrong, you know, and that's just what it is. That's just what it is. But when you have people that can't handle somebody that'll actually stand up and say, wait a minute, I can't deal with it. They don't know how to deal with it because they've never had to. So I always found that to be quite interesting. All right. We are like way beyond the time here tonight. Let's do some shout outs really quickly. North Shore Preparedness. North Shore Preparedness. Let's give him some love, guys. Go watch his videos. That's the best way. If you can't support him in any way financially, and every little bit helps if you can, that would be great. And I do appreciate you giving him some support to help him do what he needs to do. Go watch his videos. Watch the ads. That's going to probably help him make some revenue that way as well. So, you know, that's okay. Jim Cope said, I believe in Christ. That's my thing. Everyone has the ability to make their own choices. That's respectful. Exactly. Exactly. And I agree with you 100%. So we also have Icky Can up in Canada. Okay. Uh, go show him some love as well. He's a smaller channel as well. Also, a smaller channel is Northern Prepper 1. Fairly new. And, you know, don't give up, said Ed. You're a real dude. Not a lot of you around. Well, like I said, I'm old school, folks. Old school. Always going to be old school. Never going to change. I don't pander to the crowd. I don't pander to the woke crowd. If you're offended or you're upset by anything I say, that's your problem. If you don't like what I'm doing on this channel, go somewhere else. It's really simple. You know, and that's why I never could understand why somebody that would hate you would want to watch your stuff. It doesn't make any sense to me. So, anyway, let's keep going on with the shout outs here. We have Bushcraft Bear in the Canary Islands in La Palma. Love him. I think he's an awesome dude. Awesome dude. Okay. Also, we have Doug and Stacy. We have Gray Man Prepping. We have Green Greg's. There is also Pinball. Angry Prepper down in New York City. You have Bush Radical. Also, you have his wife, Girl in the Woods. Bjorn Hansen. He just actually, Bjorn Hansen just crossed 500,000 subscribers. So, congratulations to him. You have Southern Prepper 1, Marfugal News. You have Alaskan Prepper, great channel up there. Definitely go show him some support. Alaskan Granny, Canadian Prepper, Sean James, and also he has My Self Reliance. He has two different channels up there. Suspicious Observer, Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Ryan Hall, y'all. Got to go watch Ryan Hall, y'all, for the weather, folks. Good dude. Like his stuff. Really cool channel. Yeah, I started watching him. I'm like, I like this dude. I'm subscribed. So, Ice Age Farmer, uh, the uneducated economist. You have Marfugal News with Adam and Dax. Also, you have oh my God, oh, I'm going blank here. Wrangle Star out west, Mary Greeley. You also have the Nomadic Movement down in Panama, and also oh God, there's so many channels. There really is. Corporal's Corner, I think I may have mentioned him already. But yeah, there's so, if we're supporting each other, which is what I think we should do, lift each other up. I think it's a great thing to do. There's a lot of really good information out there, and we definitely should be supporting, each other. And I think that that's important to do. So let's do that, right? All right, so we're going to move on here because I say again the time is. Oh, Bizarrizza Jizza. Yes, I forgot him. Sorry. I just came out with a new episode of the Carrington Chronicles, so definitely go and check him out as well. So, all right, sorry, forgot about him. 80K Man as well is in the house. I know that, and he's got a channel up there as well. So, definitely, and of course, we have North Shore Preparedness as one of my moderators. He has his channel. Like I said, go and support him over there, guys. All right, and I do appreciate you doing that. All right, so I just got I got myself fired up. Fired up. I usually don't get that fired up, but for whatever reason, that it just kind of I got triggered a little bit today. So I'm not sorry for anything that I said. I'm sorry that I got myself worked up. Okay, so that's not what I meant to do. I generally am pretty much always in control, and but yeah, I just I got got wound up a little bit. Yeah, I'm overtired. That's what it is. I'm not getting enough sleep, so um, a little more. I always tell people this. This is what I've always said. I said my fuse is about that big. Okay, and when I'm overtired, it's that big. So, um, but that's okay. So it's the green M&Ms. It must be. Yeah, that's what it has to be. It has to be the green M&Ms. So yeah, but that's been like a joke that we've had in the family for quite a while. Yeah, the spirit moved me. It's something definitely. But like, oh, I didn't say Joe from St. Bernard Acres too. I forgot about him, guys. I apologize. But yeah, so it's I don't know. I just when people here's the thing is if you want respect, you give respect. When it's always one way, and if you don't believe what I believe, well, this is what's going to happen. I generally don't like that. Yeah, I need a woman. I probably do. I My buddy had it much more clearer. He said you need to get. Hey, you know what? The way I look at it, and I'll be honest with you. At least I didn't hulk out. Right? Exactly. Um, the way I look at it is if it's meant to be that I end up meeting somebody, I have my, like I said, I have my list of criteria. She got to like to ride because I'm going to ride no matter what. And if she doesn't like to ride, then I'll be off there on my own riding because I'm going to ride no matter what. But hopefully she likes to ride as well. Uh, you know, no antidepressants. She's got to be, independent financially, making her own money, because I'm not supporting anybody like that in that way where I pay for everything anymore. Those days are over. Um, and I don't want anybody on narcotic medication. If you're on narcs, then sorry, go on down the road, because I'm not feeding you any. You're not getting any from me. So, I have seen too much, and that's just that's why I'm picky, very picky. So when the time comes, like, and she's got to be into prepping, obviously, into the lifestyle of living off grid and those type of things. So I'm looking, if it, not that I'm looking, but if that comes up and it works out and that happens, then great. If it not, then it's not meant to be. Yeah, unicorn might be easier to find. Well, that's why I'm still single, 80K man. And you know what, the best part is, it's like once you've been single for 10 years, I mean, I've dated obviously and stuff like that, and but you know I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm okay with who I am. Would I like somebody in my life? Sure, but if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, and I'm also okay with that. I don't need to have somebody to complete me. um Hell is down here on the floor sleeping. She's here, but you know so many people I know, they have to be in a relationship. Oh, I got to be in a relationship. And I just, why do you have to be? So, you know, you know, I did the marriage thing twice, and that was enough. That was enough. I kind of got tired of giving away half my crap every so many years. If you guys remember Sam Kinison, I think Sam Kinison was married like 3 times. And like one of his jokes was, he goes, I like giving away half my sh every 5 years. So it was like, that was the running joke. But I was married 21 years, never again. And that, you know what, and there's nothing wrong. You don't have to be married to be in a relationship. You don't have to be married to be in a committed relationship with somebody that you mutually respect and care about. It's a weird concept. All that marriage does is, when things, if things don't work out, then you've got to deal with lawyers and the court system and all that other stuff. It gets very, very complicated and very nasty. And nothing is more bitter than somebody that, I love you, I love you, I love you, until now I hate you and I want revenge and I want to get even and all that type of stuff. And it's very draining. And again, I don't have the time for that nonsense anymore. So, but there you go. I've been married to my current wife for 19 years now. It works for us, and that's great, man. I think I like the institution of marriage. I think it's a good concept, but when all the cards are stacked against you, that's just not that's not a good thing. So just get a prenup. Well, then where's the trust? You're supposed to have trust. So, but anyway, we will move on. So let's do this. We are Legion because we are many. We are all over the world. We're all over the country. We're a huge family, and the good Legion, not the bad biblical Legion. Let's make it clear for those that will jump in there and say, "Oh, Legion, like it's a demon." No, we're a good Legion, like the Roman Legion, like the American Legion. We're a good Legion. We are one. We are many. We're all over the world, all over the country. Where is everybody from tonight? So let's do that. Essex Junction, Vermont, the Adirondacks for 80K Man, Nowhere, Oklahoma, Beech Grove, Indiana, Christmas Valley, Oregon, Snowy, Connecticut, Mesa, Arizona, Cape Cod, Western New York, Navajo Nation in Arizona, Central Missouri, Ulster Park, Kansas, Kent, England. We have New Zealand is in the house, uh, Pennsylvania Wilds, Troy, North Carolina, Texas, Verone, British Columbia, Canada, Central West Virginia, Nebraska. I think I'm totally messed that one up. Sorry. Southern Maine, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Dublin, Ohio, Salem, Ohio, Savannah, Georgia, Southern West Virginia, Deerfield Beach, Florida, Wisconsin, Northwest Indiana, Austin, Texas, upstate South Carolina with Ossoff, Fort Worth, Texas, uh, Thomastown, Georgia. The UK is in the house as well. Thank you for being here. Lake Pleasant, Arizona, Eastern West Virginia, New Mexico, Raleigh, North Carolina, Brighton, Colorado. We We have Michigan, Uniondale, Pennsylvania, Orlando, Florida. Let's see, Central Alberta, very nice. Somerset, Pennsylvania, North Highlands of California, Hannaford, California. Let's see, Lake East, Ohio, West Virginia once again, Bluefield, West Virginia, Lakeland, Florida. So again, guys, we're all over the place, all over the world. We're a huge network of people. We are the ones, again, that are awake. We are the ones that can make a difference. And I think that we should try to do that if we can. That makes a big, big difference with things. It really, really does. So I got all fired up today. I didn't even really care about the thumbs up today, and we're still at 534. So it's just sorry. I mean, like I said, I will never apologize for what I say, because like I said, I always speak from the heart. But like I said, I will apologize for getting as fired up as I did, because I normally uh, keep a cooler demeanor, if you will. But I wasn't like on a rage. I just was like, I got like fired up a little bit. So that happens. So anyway, I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job keeping the chat clean. You guys are the best, and I really do appreciate you guys. Dagmar King, I've been married 49 and a half years. Man, congratulations, because that does not happen a lot anymore. Does not happen a lot anymore. So congratulations for that. Hey, Anita, she's in Princeton, West Virginia, and it's Allenar. Okay, so I know exactly where you are. Been down to Princeton many, many times, especially in this last year. So I want to, like I said again, I want to thank my moderators. They do a wonderful job keeping the chat clean, and it really does mean a lot to me. Also, I want to thank all of you guys for being here, because without you, I wouldn't even be here, right? So I do appreciate all the support. And you were a 7 on the angry prepper scale. Oh well, okay, that's cool. Yeah, no, because I've seen some of his rants. Yeah, I've seen some of his rants. He's awesome. He is a trip. He is absolutely a trip. So, um, remember, guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. We really do need to focus on that and try to come together and work together. If we could do that, we could accomplish so much. So much. I always think of the song John Lennon did, Imagine. And if you actually listen to that song, it's basically talking about coming together and putting all the other petty nonsense aside. So, I've always liked that song because of that. Because it's like, imagine what we could do. So we could do a lot. Also remember, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important. And we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, whatever you are trying to do, you can do it. The only person that can stop you from reaching your goal is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Uh, you know, let's just try to live in peace. Let's try to treat each other decently. I mean, it is beyond me why we can't. Why we can't. Why can't we just be decent? It would be such a nice world if we could do that. But anyway, guys, I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you all have a great weekend. Be safe. And our Angry Prepper's on right now. Tell him to keep the F bombs down. No, he's going to do what he's going to do. But he's a good dude. All right, I will see you all later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.